I am the tallest man in America, and I am from Ukraine. My name is Igor Vovkavinsky. I am originally from Ukraine, but due to medical reasons I live in the USA. In 2010, I got into the Guinness Book of World Records as the tallest person in the USA on the Dr. Oz show. Also, in 2014, after the death of Leonid Stadnik, I became the tallest Ukrainian. I already answered your questions a couple of years ago, but since people keep asking me the same thing, I decided to make another thread. I know that some of you don't know how to Google, so I want to answer right away. My height is 234.5 centimeters, and I will not tell you my weight. It's none of your business. Ha ha. Proof? Please, do not ask me to post more pictures. If I want, I will post them myself. Let's go. How does being so tall affect your health? Do your doctors think you might have a shorter life expectancy than a person of average height? I have a mountain of health problems. Blood flow to my extremities is poor, especially my legs. I have had 25 plus leg surgeries, but I still have terrible pain in my legs and feet. Nothing helps with the pain. On a scale of 1 to 10, I always feel about a 7 to 8. God, I feel so sorry for you. How do you even live with this kind of pain? It must be so stressful to be in agony all the time. I feel so sorry for you. The problem is, it's not even living. Plus, the doctors won't prescribe me enough medication, and I have to buy pills that can kill a person. Unfortunately, here in Minnesota, I have no other choice. Have you tried medical marijuana? No sir, it is almost impossible to obtain legally in Minnesota. I really want to try CBD capsules, but I can't find anyone to let me try them. What do you like most about your height? And what do you hate most? I hate all these health problems. What do I like more? I don't know. Probably that children love me. I used to go to different schools and talk to children about different topics. I told them what it was like to be so tall, what it was like to be different from others, told them about my homeland. What happened to your feet? I think they are constantly cracked due to the heavy load. Our skeletons are not designed for such sizes. NBA star Yao Ming retired for this very reason. He was so big that his feet were constantly cracked. Judging by the pictures, you like to wear clothes with the word USA written on them. Is it because we have a lot of clothes in huge sizes? I'm ready to wear whatever fits me. What kind of car do you have? Full-size van. What kind of job can a person with a height of 234 centimeters do? Does your height somehow help or hinder you in your working life? Unfortunately, it is impossible to work normally in my conditions. In the traditional sense, I have not worked since 2005, all because I have had too many operations. Well, and because of my excruciating pain in my legs. Have you ever flown on a plane? If so, what was it like? I'm 6 feet 11 inches and I find flying just plain uncomfortable. How do you do it? The last time I flew was in 2013. I don't think I'd ever want to. It's too uncomfortable and expensive. How tall are your parents? My mom is 167 centimeters tall. My dad is about 182 centimeters tall. Let's do the math. Something doesn't add up here. Do you keep track of your growth progress anywhere? Have you always grown at the same rate? Or were there periods when you grew very rapidly? Nope, never have. But I'll tell you this, Thek Poapo. At 7 years old I was 182 centimeters tall. This is just fucking crazy. Were you bullied as a kid? Kids are such little assholes. They pick on anyone who's different from them. And you were definitely different. Although at the same time, I think picking on someone so healthy would be a dumb idea even for kids. I hated high school. I had no friends. At all. The football players at our school made sure my life turned into shit. Do you know what caused your enormous height? Is it because of a pituitary adenoma, like many other unrealistically tall people? Yes, it is because of a tumor. Aren't you tired of being asked if you play basketball? I am. What's especially annoying is that 99% of people think they were the first to think of this question. So, do you play? I used to, in elementary and middle school. Do you often get asked to get something from the top shelf in the store? Yes, quite often. Usually old people come up to me, and they are always very polite. I am happy to help them. Have you ever dated the shortest person in the US? If so, what was it like? No, I've never dated the shortest person, but I had a really short girl in college. She was 4 feet 11 inches. It was pretty weird, but I try not to dwell on that kind of stuff. I'm sure she was really pissed off about people staring at her. just like I was. How tall were you in school? I was 218 centimeters in 12th grade. Oh my god. And how did the 9th graders, or 10th graders, since in many places high school starts in 10th grade, react to you? Well, how can I say? The thing is, since I moved to the US for treatment, the newspapers in my city wrote about me so often that almost everyone knew me. But yes, at school we had some separate characters who behaved like assholes towards me. If I were your height, if someone bullied me, I would simply crush him. But you seem to be a very nice guy, and probably didn't do that. For that, you have my respect. Is there anything you'd like to try but can't because of your height? Also, as a Ukrainian in a Western country, I'm Ukrainian. By the way, don't people find our sandwiches weird? If you eat them, of course. I wish I could just get in my car and drive. I need to replace my car. I'm trying to contact the Ford dealership, but they won't answer my calls or tweets. No one in Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Illinois has a Ford Transit my size. I can't fit in any other car anymore. I made myself a sandwich an hour ago, with Ukrainian bread. So delicious. People here don't understand black pudding. What does the standard diet of the tallest person look like? Well, for breakfast, I usually eat either cereal or 3 waffles with jam, and drink 2 cups of coffee. For lunch, I eat 1 or 2 sandwiches. I take Ukrainian or European bread, spread it with butter, put 2 to 3 pieces of ham or salami, a piece of cheese, Havarti, provolone or any other. I'm not picky. Sometimes I also eat borscht or some other soup. I eat 1 plate, and sometimes I can fry potatoes with steak or pork chop. For dinner, I cook rice with chicken in the oven, or potatoes with chicken. I don't have money for any haute cuisine, to be honest. I've never even tried fresh lobsters or crabs. When I run out of food in the fridge, I eat a couple of dosheraks. Are you married? If so, how tall is your wife? Do you ever care how tall your girlfriends are? How tall was your tallest girlfriend? And how tall was your shortest? Also, have you had to make any adjustments to your living space to accommodate your height? My parents, for example, have slightly raised cabinets in the kitchen, and it's incredibly convenient. I'm single. Most of the girls I've dated have been over 6 feet 1 inch, some are even over 6 feet 3 inches. Yes, we had to make some modifications. We made high doors and a spacious shower. I have very high ceilings. My bed was custom made. It's 10 feet by 6 feet. I was very impressed that you chose America for treatment. It sounds a bit strange to me, because the prices for medicine and treatment in the States are enormous. What was the reason for your choice? My mother contacted all the major hospitals in Europe, and they all recommended Mao's IPG. So we wrote to them, and they were very interested in my case. They invited us to fly to them. We had to borrow money for the tickets, and in the end we were the first ordinary people from the former USSR to come to Mao. Before us, there were only politicians like Gorbachev. Do you eat more than others? I eat about 1,800 to 2,100 calories a day. I'm surprised that's enough to maintain your weight. I suspect that chronic pain prevents him from leading a very active lifestyle, but that's just my guess. Thank you for watching. In the comments you can write if you are tall, what problems you have because of this.